What's up, guys? It's been a little bit since I've uploaded a long form video, but here we are with another one. Anyways, in today's video we're going to be upgrading my Crested Gecko Mingo to a 20-gallon long tank, but we're going to make it vertical using the iheartgeckos vertical conversion kit, and we're going to be making a custom background with expanding foam, cork bar, cocoa fiber, all that, and live plants and all of that. Anyways, with all that said, let's get into it. Alright, we're going to be starting this video off by unboxing the iheartgeckos vertical conversion kit. It was packaged nicely and it came with a sticker, which in my experience it always comes with. There's a little gargoyle gecko on it. My other one has a crested gecko on it. Anyways, I was going to put it in that tank, but it didn't work out. You'll see in a minute. So I had to buy this Aqueon 20-gallon horizontal tank. And it was $35 on sale at Petco, so that was nice. And you can see it fits nicely, so yeah. Anyways, after that satisfying sticker pull, this is the tank I was gonna use. It had a sliding top, and I kind of figured it wasn't gonna work out, but anyways, I bought a new tank, so yeah. Here I am now at my local pet store. I've been picking out these 5 pieces of cork, and it was only $30 surprisingly. And at Lowe's, I'm getting these 3 plants in expanding foam. This is the layout I'm gonna go with for the cork, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. This big one's hollow, and he can go all the way through it, so I really like that. And this piece is definitely gonna go there. That one, I'm gonna try to make it stick out as much as possible, and yeah. Now for actually building the background, you're going to need great stuff for expanding foam, a silicone gun, and for that silicone you need silicone, and make sure that you have 100% silicone, and make sure it's waterproof, and I highly recommend gloves. I learned that the hard way last time I did this. And of course you need your conversion kit, and yeah, first make sure you clean the inside of your tank before you do this, because yeah, I had pieces of dirt and cork. Anyways, so you're going to get silicone and just basically spread it all over the back, so that, like this, so that the expanding foam is something to adhere to. And you're going to spread it all out like this. It just makes a better surface for the expanding foam to grip to. Otherwise, over time it can crumble because the glass isn't very grippy. Anyways, I got it sitting by the fan now. Hopefully it will dry within a few hours. I kept the same layout of the cork on the ground because I really liked how I had it. After a few hours, it completely dried, and I was ready to move on to the next step, which involves cocoa fiber and the expanding foam. Now, with your expanding foam, you're going to want to make sure you shake it up well and then put on the little attachment it comes with. There's not really any wrong way to squeeze it out other than just going too slow and then it drying too quickly, which I've never had a problem with. So you're going to just want to spray it all over the background, and that's really all there is to it. You're now going to take your cork and flower pots, etc., and put it all on. I use this little stick to prop up that one piece so it doesn't fall, and I'm going to put the cocoa fiber on. After I laid the cocoa fiber down, I put on a screen top so that nothing can get inside. After a few minutes, I took off the screen top and started pressing down so that it properly adheres to the expanding foam. After a few hours, I lift up the tank and knock off all the excess cocoa fiber that didn't stick, and then it becomes a long process of cleaning it all out. So that will take a little bit, and for me that took at least an hour, maybe 2. After you knock off most of the cocoa fiber, you'll find little bits of expanding foam, or find some that is just out of place that is attached, so you just want to rip it off. I'm going to take out these pieces because I want to save this cocoa fiber for future builds, but I don't want the expanding foam, so I'm just taking it out. Now I'm just getting all this cocoa fiber and putting it back in the bag where I originally got it from. Now that I've gotten most of the cocoa fiber out that I can to reuse, I'm going to vacuum up the bits that I can't. This part took me the longest, but after I finally vacuumed up everything from all the nooks and crannies in the tank, it's going to be on to the next part. And this part took me at least 3 hours. I'm not even kidding. It took me so long. Basically, I'm going to just start hot gluing cocoa fiber onto the little exposed bits of foam that just don't really look good. As you can see here, I'm just putting hot glue onto this exposed white expanding foam, and I'm going to just hot glue it, and then I'm going to get cocoa fiber, as we'll see in a second. As you can see, I'm just smushing cocoa fiber up against it, and that looks way better than the exposed white foam. As you can see in the background too, it does not look good at all, so I'm going to do that for the entire background with hot glue. I've never done this before. Last time I did this, I just carved away all the expanding foam, and then put silicone over that, and then put cocoa fiber over it, but this time I'm using hot glue. Anyways, as you can see down here, that's all still needs to be hot glued, but I'm doing the majority of it. And this is the finished product for that, at least. There's cocoa fiber all over the back, and it's all secure with hot glue. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, but we'll see. All this I need to vacuum up too, as you can see. This is also a messy process. Now, after laying the tank back on its back, I'm going to finally install the conversion kit. I struggled a bit to open this one-handed, but I eventually got there, as you'll see. That took way too long, and that was sped up. Anyways, it looks really good out of the plastic, and keep in mind I've had this for a few months without taking it out, so that was real fun. Anyways, I siliconed it onto here, and if you remember last time when we did this last tank, it was pretty messy, but there's still some spots that need to be cleaned, as you can see. So yeah, I'm going to use acetone for that, and I'm going to leave this open so that the silicone smell can escape. Propped up a fan next to it also to help the smell and to make it dry faster. This is the next day, and it sat all overnight with the fan, and everything's dry. Now I'm going to be painting the sides. As you can see, they had exposed expanding foam, and I'm going to just paint it like this. As you can see, I'm doing with this. For some reason it was glowing a weird green color. I think that was with the lighting though. Anyways, I'm just going to do that black on all the parts. And for this, I just used acrylic paint. And as you can see, I did this. I might do those two little pieces still. I did a few coats over each, and as you can see, I just did an outline over it, basically. If you remember last build we did, I just put like painter's tape down and then completely spray painted over it. That was a little too stressful, but yeah. As you can see, this looks pretty good. I think I did a good job. I ended up refining the painting, and I ended up doing those two random little exposed pieces. I think it turned out pretty dang good. I have to clean this because there's some cocoa fiber, and Mingo's tank I'm going to move and put this up here. As you can see, I did that, and I'm using the light now that it's going to be on instead of that yellow light. I cleaned the glass as best as I could, and now I'm going to be doing the substrate. I'm using Scott's Premium Topsoil, Repti Chip, and Quickcrete Play Sand. As you can see, I started with the topsoil, and now I'm going to go in with the sand. There's not as much topsoil as I need, or as I wanted to, but I'm going to add some more later because I have to open up a new bag. So I added the sand, which I just did that one little scoop of it, as you can see. And I mixed it all up, and yeah, there's not as much substrate as I'd like. So I have to open up a new bag. But first I'm going to add in the few handfuls of Repti Chip that I was going to do to aerate the soil. That's good for the plant's roots. And speaking of plants, I added in the plants. It was very stressful because the plans I was gonna do did not work out. I got this nerve plant up here, this marble queen pothos, a dracaena here, this spider plant, and another dracaena at the bottom. I am gonna raise that up eventually. I don't know if that's gonna be in this video. Oh, and I also added that piece of wood right there, and I think it looks pretty good. It's not exactly what I liked or had planned to do, but I like it. Anyways, after watering the plants, and by the way, this one I just wedged in there in that pot. Alright, now I'm just misting that in the tank before we add in Mingo, which is what I'm very excited for. Oh, and there's this little air plant here. Before we add in Mingo, I'm gonna put in his food dish real quick. It's got magnetic. It's got like magnets on the back. I really like where it's like placed. Yeah. Anyways, it's time to add in Mingo, who's been a good boy. So yeah, you can watch these clips of him. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking. Alright, you guys, I think Mingo's enjoying it. He's explored every inch of it. Now we're gonna make his food because it's about that time of day that I make it. I do 1 scoop of the food and then 1.5 scoops of water. I'm just using a little Gatorade dish, and yeah, now I'm gonna mix it up. Alright, now we're gonna just put it in his little food dish holder, and he's still up here in his little cork thing. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment what you want to see next. And to give you an idea on what's gonna be coming soon is we have this empty tank, so be on the lookout for a video about that. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.